Are we live? Hello, I'm Clarice. Hi from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm back. Feels like I had longer than 2 days off. Only 2 mornings off, but and it wasn't really off. Well, it was off Psychic Cafe. So many people have ordered in the. What's going on with the microphone? Is it working? Yeah. So many people have ordered readings this weekend. Wow, I've got so many readings to do today, and I wanted to make videos today. And it was funny because I had that kind of inkling that the new year would be when I have to stop doing the half price reading sale because it's just getting too busy. And yes, the amount of readings that have come in for today has just showed me that. Wow. Hey Tonya, hey Linda, hi Sally, Happy New Year. So I'm getting back into life. I've only worn pajamas. This is the first time I've actually worn other clothes since the new year. I've been laying low. I've been doing a lot of readings. Yesterday I did a lot of readings. Just, relaxing and looking after myself, meditating. Hi Suzanne, Happy New Year. So I've got some cards out already. Starting off with the Threshold, which was the card that came out in the energy update for today, Sunday the 3rd of January. And so we are on the brink of something. Something is about to change. Really powerful energy update today. Definitely watch that one if you haven't watched it already. Hey Cherie. Really spoke to me because I know I'm on the brink of change now. I feel it. And I'm making new decisions and I'm deciding to switch things up. And yeah, I feel it. It's time for a change. So we're on the threshold of that. We've also got threefold protection too today. So we're being protected. We are on track to what it is that we want, and we are being protected. And maybe that's what a lot of the waiting has been about. Has been this protection. So I don't really need to go into that because it's pretty clear of what's going on. So I'm going to get all of these cards out for the collective. And if you want a mini read, then just do a super sticker or a super chat, or there's a PayPal link as well if that stuff doesn't work for you. Any kind of donation is fine, and I'll do a mini read for you. So let's get some more cards out for the collective. What's going on for everybody today? What do we need to know? Yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's it for my half-price reading sales at the weekends. Yeah, it's too much work. I get now why my YouTube channels can't offer private readings because it's just too much. It's too busy. Hi, Maria. So I'll still do private readings, but not the half-price reading sale. It just brings way too many in now. Honestly, I've got too many to cope with today. Too many to do. So, hi Heather. Happy New Year, Maria. We've got a card out. 2 cards out. Why is just 2 cards coming out in each one? Under my umbrella. Ella, A. 20. Let's see. So yeah, I'm making new decisions and it feels good. It does feel good. Under my umbrella. Compassion, care, friendship, protection. Protection again, wow. A man is perched on the back of a giant parrot. He's holding an umbrella which keeps the bird dry from the rain. This man is happy to help. He does not fear climbing up the big bird or the possible nip from her sharp beak. He's optimistic that his small umbrella is good enough to protect the bird from the weather. He's a true friend, aware of the power of the helping touch or a smile to brighten someone's day. In turn, he's rewarded with a burst of colour in his own life. So he's helping out today, which is interesting because in my personal cards, I've got the not, unsuccessful plans, and clear with and be supportive. And in the energy update today, it was about especially the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups being in that energy, that over nurturer, the woman that does too much for everyone else, doesn't look after herself, that kind of an energy, and how that leads to resentment and anger and all of that. And so that suggests to hold back from that, being the supporter kind of thing. Oh, what's that flower gone? Yeah, but then we've got that friendship kind of thing. Good morning, Katie. Hey, Jan. Early. Oh yeah, I started early. I forgot that I started early. Hey, Callie. And we've got the journey as well, which is the card before it. Number 19. Number 20 and then number 19. The journey, love of adventure, curiosity, appreciation. A young girl gently rides a deer. Both the girl and the deer are having fun on their adventure. They're playful and curious. Sometimes we get so caught up in the destination we forget to appreciate the journey. But if we neglect the little things on our path, like soft grass under our feet or the unconditional love of an animal, we're missing out on precious moments. A new friend or acquaintance with a different point of view can help us see things we may have overlooked. Oh, yeah, so we're on the brink of something. We're on the threshold of something, for sure. A new journey, a new start. We're protected in that. We've been guided toward it for maybe quite some time now. I think my camera's back. Hi, Sharon. Happy New Year, everybody. Hi, Timothy. So let's get a goddess out, a legendary lady who wants to be with us today from these. So I'm going back training today. New place is open now, so it opened yesterday, but I didn't go yesterday. Too many readings. So that's it. That's it for my half price reading sales. It's way too busy this weekend. Way too busy. I've got so many readings to do today. It's ridiculous, and I wanted to make videos. So that's that game over. And I had a feeling that it was going to be like that. I thought the end of the year is when I'm going to stop doing those half price reading sales. And it's true. So we've got Demeter here. My personal readings will still be available. I might do something at the weekends. I'm not sure yet. I'll think. But yeah, the half price reading sales. No, can't do it anymore. It's too much work. Switching things up and making new decisions. Thank you, Heather. We missed you too, Chris. We've got Demeter here, harvest. She's Greek. You've planted the seeds, you've put in the work, and now it's time to harvest your rewards from the universe. Goddess of harvest and hearth, Demeter is here to help usher in the abundance that you've been working toward. I've had such an abundant weekend. And there's everyone else being off on the days because Christmas Day and New Year's Day were Friday. It made the weekend extra long. And then it was Saturday and I had too much work to do. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's only Saturday. I've got another day of this half price sale to go. I'm like, please, no, help. Okay, it's time to stop. It's time to stop doing the half price sales because it's, yeah, when I get to that point, wow, too much. No, not yet. She doesn't want out yet. She starts tapping the door when she wants out. She's just watching at the moment. So Heather, let's see. I feel I'm being watched all the time. I feel like people watch me. Oh, so you're anxious. Let's see. What's this all about, being watched? There is something behind it. You've got gratitude and understanding out first, which didn't make that much sense, but this one does. Strength, and courage, and blame, Heather. And so it's an anxiety, and it's an anxiety that you picked up from something specific that went on probably in your childhood. It usually comes from that kind of thing. But what it feels like you got hyper vigilant about yourself. It feels like a school kind of situation where you had to perform. I don't mean perform like on a stage. I mean you had to do something. You had to perform. You had to do something, and you felt like you were being watched. You were being watched. And it's like you took from that this idea that you need to always be switched on, always be strong, or could be like be on your best behavior, that kind of an energy. Interesting that it's coming up now for understanding. You've got gratitude and understanding. It is coming up now to be understood so that you can release it. It's almost like you've got to switch off and not care to be switched on. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to be strong, the strong and courageous one, the one holding it all together, the one performing. You don't have to be the one performing. It's interesting. I was working with a client years ago, and she had something similar, not really similar, but a little bit similar. And she was always very planned and always doing the right thing and on top of things and stuff like that. And her guidance was to live in chaos for a while, be late for things, just turn it around the other way and actually force herself to be late, to not plan, to leave it open and stuff like that, to get more into that spontaneity and chaos kind of energy by putting herself there, to be okay with it, just to be okay with it, not to disrupt her life or anything, just to go, oh, I'm late, or oh, I didn't do that, and I'm okay with it. To learn the self-love thing. So when we're always switched on and on top of things, sometimes we miss the self-love thing. You know what I mean? And so you might need to put yourself out of your comfort zone now, just to practice loving yourself, you know. About being strong for your mum. Okay. Felt more like a school thing. And you don't need to be that. We don't need to be strong all the time. And that's perfect for the energy update today as well. It was on about letting go of that. It's not a feminine thing, but it's a thing that a lot of women do, is loving and nurturing for everyone else and forgetting about themselves, being strong, holding it together for everyone else and all of that. So you need to step down from that role, Heather. Hi, April. Step down. You don't need to take that on. You know, everyone should share these roles. But don't think, oh, I can keep this role and everyone else should step up and do it too. Because that's saying like, I'm out of balance, so everyone else should be out of balance too. So step down from that role. You might want to ask yourself if you made a vow as well to be that. You can release yourself from that just by asking to be released from it. Let's get some tarot out for the day. Two. Getting two of every card out, apart from the goddess. Interesting. The Five of Cups, feeling left out. When we're feeling left out, we're leaving ourselves out. This can be about focusing on the wrong thing. She's got all of this stuff around her, but she's looking down that pit at what's gone, what's flowing away, instead of what she's got. So we've got that, and then we've got this, the walking away, and it's us that's got to walk away from that. See, it's the same scene, isn't it? Look. It is actually the same scene here. She's there in the Five of Cups, and she just gets up from that. She walks away from that hole. She stops looking at it, and she walks toward the sun now. It's us that have got to do this. We've got to walk away from that. Martyr is what I just heard. Martyrdom, got to walk away from that. Now chicken wants out. Let's throw this flower out too. Yeah. You think it's because a major event with me being mum's mum? Essentially, it was all through my childhood. Yeah. It is draining. So we've got to walk away. We've got to. It's something we've trapped ourselves into. Some kind of a pattern of doing things for other people. I've got to walk away from it. Interesting that the friend card came out because, as I said in the energy update, I was getting the opposite of that. We've got to step back from that kind of thing. Not step back from being a friend, but step back from overly taking it on for other people, overly being supportive. We've got to support ourselves, right? Yeah. Let's get some more tarot out. Ace of Voices. This is a powerful aha. I feel there's a lot of changing energy going on right now. Do you feel it too? It's like the last few months we were waiting for something, and now it's like, oh, I'm not waiting for anything anymore. I'm changing things up myself. A powerful aha, and suddenly you've got these ideas, and it's like, okay, it's time to make some changes, and it's me that's going to make these changes. And I'm going to walk away from what I was doing before. I'm going to create something new in my life. It's that kind of energy. Aces are very powerful bringers of change, and it's an idea. It's like a change in perspective. I won't get another one of those out. Yeah, it feels like a change in perspective, and then we're just like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to change my life and do things differently. Feeling it, Suzanne and Cody. Yeah. And now's the time to get ready too. So if you're deciding on change, if you're having ahas, if you're seeing things differently, it's like prepare yourself. Prepare yourself even more. I think we've been preparing ourselves internally, but now I'm getting the prepare yourselves externally. Externally by meaning I feel like there's going to be changes in our lives, in our actual 3D lives happening. We're going to change it and get ready, as in get packing, just do out whatever you need to do, getting ready for that. The Lover's card. Choice. A choice being made in love here. Could be to choose yourself. Might have been choosing someone else before. You could be to choose yourself now. But yeah, it's rare that I actually get the choice message from this card, but because it is the card of choice, right? But today I'm getting it. This is a choice, and you've got to make this. You got to choose yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Choose yourself. But it could be a choice between two lovers as well. Because look, he's got two there. She doesn't look very happy in the background, but he's made his choice there. He's going for pink dress girl, and blue dress girl isn't happy about it. And it is about a choice, this one. So making the best choice for you, especially in love life as well, which might mean not making a choice. I mean, it might be neither of them, He could not choose either of those. If it's best for him. And in the energy update, I did say something like that because we're all going to be at different stages, all getting different lessons at different times, all dealing with these energies differently. And so you'll know whether you're ready to move forward on something or not, or if you're not quite there yet. I've got a lot of clarity this morning for some reason. Maybe it's that Ace of Voices. I got a lot of clarity personally this morning. And I was getting it yesterday as well. Not the Corpse Bride. These are, where is it? Dark Mansion Tarot. I love that deck. It's not very good to use though because they're sticky, thick cards, matte and with shiny edges on them and sticky. They don't shuffle well at all. Okay, let's get another one out. Hi, Judy. Drained, Tanya. I've been tired. The Priestess again. It was the first card out in the energy update. Illumination, knowledge. You intuitively know what's going on. It just feels like we're going to the next stage now. It's definitely a stage of action to change things up and to do stuff at the moment. Just feeling it. And if you're not there yet, it's because you're not there yet, you know? If you're still feeling tired and stuff, then you're not there yet, and that's okay. But intuitively we'll know whether we're ready or not, whether we're ready for it or not. I almost am, but not quite yet. Almost. I said we'd be told. Did I? Very interesting energies right now. I never felt a big shift like that over New Year's before. We always hope for it, right? We hope for a shift in energy over New Year's, and it was probably more about the full moon that we had just before New Year, on the 30th or the 29th for some people. But yeah, a definite shift has happened this time. Okay, let's get some more cards out. So if anyone's new and they want a mini read from me, it's by donation now. So you click on the super chat, super sticker, or that message that I pinned at the top has got a PayPal link in it as well, if the super chat and super sticker don't work for you. Here on YouTube, any amount, doesn't matter. Damn it. Okay, we got the orphan card out again. Remember, this used to come out months ago every day. So we've got an orphan wound to deal with. This is the orphan wound. Gets us to focus on what's missing, on what's lost, being left out. As I said, we're leaving ourselves out, and it's this orphan wound that gets us to leave ourselves out, doesn't it? When we haven't got that wound, we don't leave ourselves out, we include ourselves, we make good decisions for ourselves. But when we're in this victimhood, orphaned, we leave ourselves out of it and then think it's happening to us. So we've got a decision to make at the moment, and it's a very practical one. It's not like an internal decision. Yeah, we get an internal aha, but then there's a practical road to take forward, to stop leaving yourself out now, to do something different, to actually action something different instead of leaving yourself out. So it could be like making the decision to stop doing something, or to start doing something, or start a new pattern, or to move somewhere, start a new job, or something really tangible like that. There's something that you can do to set yourself free from this, leaving yourself out. And if it's a decision about lovers, then it's definitely making that decision for yourself. What's best for you, not what's best for everyone else. Not taking too much responsibility for them, not taking too much responsibility for the relationship even. Doing what's best for you. It's that orphan rune, Kelly. And it gets us to put ourselves in the situation where we leave ourselves out. How's the Wi-Fi today? Seems to be doing okay. I'm really surprised because it's been terrible the last couple of days. It's on and off. Like, I haven't even been able to watch YouTube videos. They're doing that whirly thing. That's how bad it's been. And I thought, oh no, it's going to be terrible in the cafe. And it seems to be going okay. Let me know though, maybe it's not okay. Let's get some of these out. What else have we got going on today? Target. Oh no. This target's not that funny, but the next card is funny. Target, a goal-oriented person. See, this is the energy that I'm feeling. This is the energy shift that I'm feeling. Like setting new goals, becoming that goal-oriented person. New goals, taking new action toward a new goal. It's like an aha, makes us realize, oh, I've been doing that. I'm going to do something different now. I'm going to do something for myself, make a new decision, and oh no, someone else ordered a reading. Oh no, I knew this was going to happen. At some point, it's going to get to the point where I'll wake up in the morning, there'll be hundreds of readings, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's that day. It's not hundreds yet, but it's too many to deal with. Thanks, Chris. So yeah, we're becoming this target, goal-oriented person. Or you're being called to this energy now. Make a new decision, make some changes, especially about the leaving yourself out thing. And this is the funny one. Look what we've got. We've got a carrot. An opportunity or a windfall. There's a reason that's been put in front of us over and over again. There's a very good reason that's been put in front of us over and over again. These carrots dangled in front of us. Because we're not quite ready for it. We think we're ready for it and we're not. There's something to change, and you should be getting yourself ready for that change now. That's what these energies are about. Make those changes now so that you are actually ready. It's been a long time since you had a mini, Chris. Ready for absolute change. Let's see. Are you ready? Yeah. I don't really want to do the private readings anymore, to be honest. I much prefer doing the videos and they pick a card reads. I don't want to schedule it because that's why I do it the way that I do it. Within the 24 hours, then I can fit them in when I want to do it. That works well for me. But yeah, I just take them off. Or I just have them full price for a while, and then when that gets too busy, take them off. Wow, Chris, look at this. Empower self, empower self. Do you think it's time for you to empower yourself? It's almost, I get this feeling like it's time to look in the mirror, Chris, and have a good talk to yourself and say, Chris, stop all of this nonsense. Empower yourself. Go and have the life that you want now. Empower yourself. You need to pep talk yourself. That's what I'm getting from this. It's a very strong message to empower yourself. Very strong. I mean, a double card like this, it's a very strong, but yeah, it's almost like wake yourself up. You've been doing something to yourself repeatedly, and you need to come out of that now. Like that story that I said about, I kept on putting down on my goals list, on my wish list from the universe about my debts being paid off, as if the universe was going to do it for me. And then I suddenly woke up to it and like, I need to do it myself. And I just started doing it. And then once I started doing it, money started flowing much faster, and I did it much faster. It's almost like that. You suddenly wake up and you're like, oh, I've been doing this to myself. I need to empower myself. So yeah, what I'm getting from this, you've got what's under that and be artistic. It's almost like you're trying to get around the empowering yourself thing, trying to find a way trying to find a thing, you know, like what shall I do? Like your job thing, oh, I need to get a job or stuff. And the universe is saying, no, you don't. You need to empower yourself. It's like one's a victimhood role, like that orphan card of waiting for something from the universe, waiting for something from outside of yourself. The empowered card is you saying, I'm going to do this for myself now. I'm going to get something good for myself and do it. It's a total shift in energy and it'll change your experience completely. So this be artistic. It's like trying to find something outside of yourself, that one thing, that one person, that thing that the universe gives you. And it keeps you in that not empowered. It keeps you in victim mode. And what's under that? Why do you keep on looking for it outside of yourself? Because you don't realize it's inside of yourself. When it happens, it'll happen and you'll be like, wow, why didn't I do that ages ago? Why didn't I empower myself and just decide that I was going to do it? Yeah. Yeah, go, Chris, go. But that pep talk, yeah? I was getting that really strong. Give yourself a pep talk. Maria, thank you. I'm on disability benefits and other benefits. I'm worried that starting my business I won't have enough money to cope with the bills. Why would it make a difference? I don't understand, Maria. Or are you saying that your benefits would stop if you started a business? I'm thinking, well, you just transition into it. Don't quit your benefits. Just transition slowly into it and wait for it to take over. Like I was waiting for it to get too busy on the weekend half price sales, and then I changed it up like that. And just transition. Yeah, just transition slowly, Maria. So interesting. Now, how about this? You've wished for something, Maria, already. And it's a move. It's a move away from the way that you've been doing things. You wanted a change, and the universe is giving you a way to make that change. So you might have asked to come off disability benefits. It could be that, or it could be something around that. But it's something that you've written down. It's something that you've asked for, and now you're being given the way to do that. Yeah, wow, interesting. The resting time is over. Not that you're meant to be frantic or anything now, but you've been in a period of rest, like the universe has been giving you a break, ready for this, and now you're ready to get going. And so, yeah, don't be worried about that. Just transition. Just take it one day at a time, one step at a time. That's all you need to do is just the next step that's in front of you. You don't need to make big plans and then throw everything up in the air and quit things and stuff like that. You just do the next step that's in front of you, and you will be shown a way. So that's telling me, Maria, that you've got a path is set out before you. You're being supported in that already. So just follow that path. No need to worry about it. What's this? I'm just keeping an eye on email in case there's PayPal stuff coming in, because there's just so many orders coming in. It's freaking me out. But the donations might get lost in those. So let's get some more cards out for the collective. We've got a target and a carrot here. Definitely being guided to some big changes in our lives. Changes that we thought we were ready for before, but we weren't. But we were being shown how to get ready, and now I feel like we are realizing how to get ready. We've got March here. What's all that about? What's going on in March? What's significant about today and March? I got a lot of cards out for that. Okay. What's significant about March to do with today? we're changing for the better. It feels like the changes that we're making now, that we're realizing now, and we start putting it into effect at the moment, will culminate in March. The change that we're waiting for, or the outcome that we're waiting for, is going to happen in March. Or a significant change will happen. So we're changing for the better right now, but we're really going to experience the effects of that in March. We've got tankard, celebration, fun and enjoyment. This is still about March. I was asking about March. And we've got gong, an exciting event. And wealth. So we've got it going on in March. So if you don't respond to this call that's going on right now, you won't get those things in March. But if you are responding to it right now, if something's happening inside of you, you're getting an aha, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to take charge of this, and I'm going to make some changes in my life and move towards something new now. Definitely new direction. It's that fork in the road. That's what we've been given. It was the Two of Wands in the energy update today. Watch that again if you haven't watched it already, for the 3rd of January. And because this is significant, and it's going to happen soon. I mean, March is soon, right? It was March, wasn't it? Yeah. Mm. Oh. Okay, let's get some more cards out. I want to get some animals out. Chicken wants back in because it's windy. Right, and change is always stressful, right? So we've got to be mindful of ourselves, soothe ourselves, look after ourselves as we're going through this change. Just be at peace with it. It's always difficult, change. We're human beings and we always react to change. It's how our ego protects us, right? Our ego doesn't like change because it's stressful. It's there to protect us. So we've just got to soothe ourselves, do the self-loving thing while we're going through this change. Take it easy, do it a step at a time. Tell ourselves it's not always going to be tumultuous, depending on what it is that you're getting, like what it is that you're going to do. It's not always going to be, up in the air, and it's not always going to be so much change. And so be at peace with yourself. No, she's not tapping on it yet. She taps. She sticks a paw in between the gap and she shakes the doors when she wants in or out. When she's just sat there. If I went over now, she wouldn't walk in. She'd do that whole cat thing, keeping her options open. I know she's serious when she gets a paw in there and starts shaking the door. Right, be loyal to what you love here, says the dog. As I said, this choice that we make, it's got to be what's right for us, especially if it's a choice in lovers, right? See, she's gone. It's a choice in lovers. We've got to make that choice for ourselves, what's best for ourselves. Not what's best for them, not what's best for the relationship, what's best for ourselves. Be loyal to yourself first, especially in relationships. If you find that people aren't loyal to you, that's because you're not being loyal to yourself. We're always getting a mirror image back of how we are to ourselves, not how we are to other people. If you're loyal to other people before yourself, you're going to attract takers, people that are going to abuse that, people that are going to take advantage of that. If you're being loyal to yourself, you'll attract people that are loyal to you too. And naturally, those people are people that can be loyal to themselves, because you've got to be able to do something for yourself before you can give it out to others. So I feel like there's going to be better people around, a rearrangement of allies, when you're loyal to yourself like that. So really, it's a call to be selfish at the moment to really put yourself first. I mean, if you're not doing that, then you're not doing what's best for everyone else. What's best for you is what's best for everyone else. And the whale spirit. Let's get it up. Whale spirit. Trust the great mystery. Path. There's a path opening up. No, we're already on the path. The path is laid out before us. The universe knows what we want. It's leading us. Trust the great mystery. Trust. Wow. I've been getting that message the last few days personally for myself. It's like trust. You've got to trust. Okay. Thanks, Linda. Got starfish on the bottom there as well. Open to infinite possibility. I don't feel like it's infinite possibility at the moment, though. I think the possibilities that we've got are quite set. They're quite set because we've been asking them for ages and asking for them for ages, and so a path has been set up for us. What should you know about B, Linda? Let's find out. What about B? Interesting cards. Love and self-love. B is showing you, Linda, an energy that you had. It's like a past self thing. An energy that you had at least 3 years ago, is what I'm hearing. 3 years and before that ago. At a time when you weren't loving yourself that much, it almost feels like you want to scoop this person up. You want to scoop B up, and because you recognize your old self in them and you want to make it okay for them. So there's a rescuer kind of an energy coming from you toward B. It's not massive. I mean, it's not a huge energy, but that's what it is. They remind you of your past self when you weren't loving yourself so much. It's subtle. It's not really obvious. And it's something about money. There's something about abundance. It's like you want to help them and take care of them. But yeah, what's really behind that is that you haven't yet gone through that, a similar thing, a similar kind of energy in the past. So that kind of B is like an indicator to you to take self-love even more seriously. And self-love isn't just about doing the right thing in the moment, because I was told that in the last 3 years you've switched that around, but you still haven't forgiven yourself for when you did that. So the lesson isn't complete until you've let it go and you've let it be okay that you were doing it differently before. Interesting. So this could be about like not being in charge of your finances or struggling in some way. Be struggling. Yeah, be. Yeah, it's all about you not letting it, you've not made it okay to be in that old energy that you're in. Yeah, and it is okay. We learn from it. And trying to pull anyone else up out of that energy won't help them to do that themselves too, in the way that you did it. Reciprocity has been strongly represented, for sure. It's really important. We've got to make sure we're making good decisions for ourselves and really ask ourselves, are we? That was in the energy update today too. Are we going to get what we deserve back from it? Especially if it's like a business arrangement or something like that, we've got to make sure. Was that in yesterday's? I don't remember. Yeah, we've got to make sure we're being represented properly. Interesting. So if there's anyone going through any kind of a law kind of thing, or you just got to make sure that you're represented properly. Women haven't been doing that. Women tend not to do that. Women tend not to you know, represent more promotions and things like that, pay rises. If they even go for it at all, they tend not to represent themselves properly. We're being asked to do that now. Represent yourself properly. Get that support in. See, that's an external stuff first, and now it's time to make an external change. Well, that's an example of it. So say if you were having to work on your self-value, you've been shown to work on your self-value, feeling better about yourself, really valuing yourself and what you do. And now is the point to get fair representation to go for what it is that you want. So get that lawyer or get someone to stand up for you, or go to, you know, someone that you're working with and say, get them on your side to go for this promotion or something like that. It's the action steps now that will actually make the difference to put it into action. It's not just the inner change. Because we can't just wish things to happen. We can't just do the inner work. We've got to do the external work too. And it does seem like a very empowering time at the moment as well. We've got a prayer here. This is almost like the wish, wishing for change. Linda, the person you want to reunite with, they're not ready yet. They've got some self-loving to do first. You can't help them out with that. You just have to wait. So we've got this prayer energy, wishing for something, wishing really hard for something. It doesn't matter how hard you wish for it though, because we've got to take those action steps toward it now. It's hopefully you're all getting that nudge of what it is that you need to do next. We've got signposts everywhere. There's forks to take in the road. There's 2 of Wands came out as well in the energy update too. We've got to choose that direction now and actually put something into action, make something happen for ourselves. Take that path when it's presented to us, not just wish for it. This is the target energy again, the animal. Eyes on the prize, that target. This really similar energy. Looking at what it is that you want and then going for it. I got it as well in my personal cards today, the arrow on the right path. From the target energy and from this, the animal. And this is about, you know, if you want that promotion, and it's about being resolute with that and being, you know, laser focused on it and going for it and not backing down from it until you get it. Getting everyone on your side, just doing it. And maybe many of us haven't been in that energy of going out and getting what it is that we want for ourselves, you know, not sitting back and hoping that somebody, like some benefactor or the benevolent universe will step up and give it to us. Yeah, we've got to step into that warrior energy and do it for ourselves, get it for ourselves. The universe needs us to be empowered. It can't trust us with stuff if we're not empowered. Got the seed card out again. I say again because that was in the energy update today. Seeds have been planted. And now we're taking that action. Get one more out. Vision. I'm getting a lot of balance from this card. That's what we're headed toward, is this balance. A lot of balance there. Better times and balance. Balance within ourselves. It's always interesting, this card, that it's got that seed artwork. So it's almost like the seed leads to the vision, you know? The seed is part of the vision. Seeded that vision. So it could be visions that you've had, dreams that you've had, and stuff like that. Because the universe will use all kinds of ways to keep us on track. Thanks, Judy. Practicing self-love to bring my person in. Is Shauna my person? Oh, let's find out. You got refocus and be still, keep quiet. That's not an answer yet. Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting because you said practicing self-love to bring my person in, and this is what you've got out. Be vulnerable and self-love. So, self-love is a thing that you just need to do, and you need to keep on doing, and not for the sake of getting something at the end of it, because that's not really self-love then, is it? It's like saying, okay, I'll be positive to manifest this thing, and then I'm going to stop being positive when I've manifested it. It's not true positivity. It's like saying, you know what I mean? It's that bartering kind of an energy. The vulnerability card is saying, that you need to do it for yourself, is what it's saying. You need to do it for yourself, Judy, not for somebody else, for yourself. So, yeah, I'm getting like this. You're not gonna know if Shauna's your person or not, because now's not the time to focus on that at all. You're bartering. You want a guarantee. You want to know if what you're doing will get you what you want. Well, it's not about what you want. The self-love isn't about that. Your life is about you. You should be self-loving yourself for yourself. Yeah, you've got to be prioritized at the moment. It's about you now. It's all about you, not about Shauna. All about you. Hmm. Yeah, so we've got to watch out. Everyone's got to watch out for that. It's like, okay, I'll do the self-love thing if that'll get me the love from outside of myself that I want, or if that'll get me the money that I want, or if that'll get me this and that I want. That kind of bartering, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real self-love. It's like saying, oh, I'll be grateful. Okay, I'll be grateful because that will manifest something. Well, that's not true gratitude. That's wariness. That's bartering. That's not, it's like saying, I'll trust, to get that one thing. Well, that's not real trust, is it? You're not really trusting if you're doing it to get that one thing. So, the higher self doesn't want you to focus on Shauna at all. Yeah. And get firmer in that. Get firmer in that self-love for yourself, because it's going to make you feel vulnerable. That's what this is saying. It's going to make you feel vulnerable, and you've got it right. Which is probably not what you're expecting. You probably expect to not feel vulnerable when you're doing the self-loving thing right. But I feel like that's when everything's going to open up for you. Wow. It seems pretty powerful energy. It feels like you're on that threshold, Judy. It does feel like you're on that, where something's really going to start kicking in. Okay. One more card. I'm just wondering which deck to use. I'm going to use the heart deck, whatever this is. Can't remember what this one's called. Wait, I'm not getting that. There it is. Evolution. Focus. I'm still trying to focus on me and the plant. Evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. I feel like we're overcoming those obstacles now and we're actually moving forward. I feel like we're evolving now and getting on target and actually doing those things that are going to get us there now. It just feels like a very empowering time at the moment. Is everyone else feeling that too? Time of action. It's a time of action now. We're evolving. Interesting that it's like this year, coming into this year, and then the energy changes up. But a good thing we're not waiting anymore, isn't it? Enough of that patient stuff. Anyway, so there we go. Thank you everyone for coming along. I'm going to go off training now. I will be here tomorrow. And please don't get the half price reading and the reading sale because I've got way too many to do already. But really, if you do, like, it will be delayed. I'm not going to be able to get through them all today. If you want that, it will be your last time to get a half price reading with me. Speed bumps. Yeah, to make sure that we're going in the right direction so that we're not just like running ahead in the wrong direction kind of thing. Yeah. So that's what we're waiting for all of this time. It's good to know, right? So thanks for all your support, everybody, coming along. Have a great day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.